Welcome to ASL, Ahmedabad School of Linguistics, and I'm your host Ronak Vaidya. So in today's session, we are going to learn the topic numbers. Okay, it's in German. It's called Zahlen, Z-A-H-L-E-N, numbers. Okay, basically. Now, this, to be honest, it's a bit boring topic because what we are actually learning is, well, one is called eins in German. Why is it called eins? Well, it's called eins. There is no particular reason for that. So there is not much logic involved in this topic. But from exam point of view, this is one of the most important topic because in listening exam, okay, there will be total 15 questions, and out of those 15 questions, you can expect that minimum 2 to 3 questions you can expect related to this topic of numbers, whether in terms of numbers plainly or time or something. Okay, so from exam point of view, once again, as I said, it's very important, so please pay attention. So let's start. Let's start speaking. Okay, so 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, there's I-E-R at the end, ear, so fear, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. Now, actually, you have to remember only these numbers up till 12. We have to remember. And actually, if you see very carefully and if you pay attention to the sound, they are not completely different from English. In English, we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In German, we say 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. So as you can see, they are not completely different. Some numbers are, but majority of them, they are pretty similar. They sound pretty close to their English counterpart. Okay, and now you don't need to mug up all the numbers. We need to remember the numbers only up till 12. So once again, let's do that. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now only up to 12 we need to remember. Afterwards, now see in our Hindi, okay, or in our normal Indian language, the numbers that we normally say, like 21, so we say 21. So ik is, so 21. Okay, so what we say first is the unit digit, and then how much we have to add to that unit digit to get the final number. So 21, the unit digit is 1, ik, and then we have to add bis, so 21, kind of 22, 23, so on and so forth. Okay, so similarly in German also, after 12, all the numbers, they are read from back to front, from right to left. So like number 13, okay, so what is the unit digit? Unit digit is 3. How much do I have to add to 3 to get the number 13? Obviously 10. Okay, so 13 is like, in mentally, you have to speak like 13 is like 3, 10, and 3 is called dry, and 10 is called 10. So 13 is dry, 10, dry, 10. Similarly, 14 would be 14. So 4 plus 10. So 4, 10. 15, 5, 10. 18, 8, 10. And so on and so forth. So that is to say, by that logic, any 2-digit number in German language after 12 is made in this way, that let's say the number 25. So 5 is unit digit. Once again, we go from back to front. So the unit is 5, 25. So 5, plus 20. 37. 7 plus 30. 94. 4 plus 90. And all those unit digits we already know. It's from 1 to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We already know that. So the only thing that we don't know is their multiple of tens. Like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay. If we know that, then that's it. We are ready to make, we are ready to know any number in German. Okay. So let's learn how to make these multiples of 10. So look at the rule here. We generally add sig or sich. I personally prefer the standard pronunciation is sich, but if you pronounce it as sig, it's okay. But the standard pronunciation is sich. So we generally add sich while making the multiple of 10. So for example, now what do I mean by that? If I want to make 40, so 4 is 4, so 40 is 4, sich, 40. 50, 50, 50. 80, 80, 90, 90, so on and so forth. Okay. Simple. However, 20 is not 20. It's an exception. So look here. 20 is called 20. 20 is called 20 and not 20. Okay. And there is no particular reason behind it. Okay. So 20, 20. So with that logic, 23 is like 3 plus 20. Now one more rule. As you can see here, after 20, if whatever the number that you want to make, after 20, whatever the number that you make, you have to add und, means and. Okay. So 23 is after 20. So it's like 3 and 20. So 3 is 3 and 20 is 20. So 23, 23. Pay attention that there is no space in this entire number. So in German, when you write the number, doesn't matter how long it is, there is no space in between. So 23 entire is just one word. Let's say the number is 27. So it is like 7 plus 7 and 20. So 7 und 20. 42. 2 und 40. 58. 8 und 50. 83. 3 und 80. 99. 9 und 90. I hope it's super easy. Okay. Just 2 rules we have to follow. Whenever you make the multiple of 10, add sich. And second, after 20, whatever the number you have, we have to add und. Okay. Now, let's look at certain exceptions. Okay. And that's it. These are the only exceptions. Okay. So don't worry. So one of the exceptions we have already learned, that 20 is called 20 and not 20. Second exception comes with 30. Now ideally, whenever we make multiple of 10, so like 20, 30, 40, 50, we normally add sich, Z-I-G. But when you make 30, so okay, so we have to add this HZ-IG, this beta looking character, HZ-IG, okay, and not Z-I-G. So instead of it being pronounced as 30, it is now pronounced as 30, very flat. Pay attention once again. Normally, we add Z-I-G, so the pronunciation would have been 30. Okay, pay attention to the pitch, 30. But in 30, that is not the scenario. We simply add HZ-IG, and so the pronunciation is flat, 30. 30. Okay, so that is the second exception. Now all other exceptions, they are thanks to these 2 numbers, 6 and 7. 6 is called 6 and 7 is called 7. Now, when I say 16, so it's like 6 plus 10. 6 is zex, 10 is sane, so it's zex sane. Now, as you can see right there, here at the end of the word zex, there is the pronunciation of s, zex, s sound. And here at the beginning of 10, once again, there is s sound. So zex sane, it's very difficult to pronounce, right? Because two s sound coming together, zex sane. So what we do, we simply remove s from zex. And so the number 16, instead of it being zex sane, it is zex sane, no s. Similarly, in the number 17, okay, instead of it being sieben sane, it is simply zip sane, no en. Now mind it, the number 6 and 7, they themselves are not exception. They will create exceptions. So two exceptions that they have created is in the 16 and the 17. And further two exceptions have been created with the same logic in the number 60 and 70. 60, instead of it being zexish, it is zexish. Once again, no s. And 70, instead of it being siebensish, it is zipsish, no en. So as you can see, in 16 and 17, the logic remains same, that whenever you see some in 16 or number related to 6, so 16 and 60, so there would be no s in the spelling, and number related to 7 like 17 and 70, okay, there would be no en. However, let's say the number is 27, so it is not 27, it is 27. Why? Because the 27 is like 7 plus 20. Now the number 7 itself, as I said, is not an exception. But if I say the number like 74, so 4 plus 70, okay, so 4 und 70, there is an exception. And I have already explained you why there is an exception there. It's completely based on the pronunciation. It's for the sake of pronunciation, to make it sound better, okay, and make it less difficult to pronounce. We remove s from the pronunciation of 16 and 60, and we remove en from the pronunciation of 17 and 70. Okay, so let's try to pronounce all these remaining numbers. Number 36, can you give it a try? Correct. 36, flat. 36. Here there will be s because number 6 is not an exception, right? So 36, flat. 45, 5 plus 40, 5 and 40. So 45 und 40. 88, 88 und 80. 99, we have already done. 9 und 90. 33, 3 und 30. 56, 6 und 50. 64, 4 und 60 with no s in 60. Okay, like here. Now 100 is called hundert. So any 3-digit number, it's super easy. Let's say the number is 142. So first we say 100. So that is 100. And then 42. We already know how to say 42. 42 is like 2 and 40. So 100, 2 and 40. So 142 is like 100. 2 und 40. Once again, let's take another number. Let's say the number is 256. So first what we'll do is we will say 200. 200. So that is 200. Because 100 is 100. So 200, 200. Now 56. How to say 56? 6 plus 50. So 6 is 6 und 50 is 50. So 256. It is like 256. Entire thing, just one word, no space in between. 256. Okay. Similarly, let's say the number is 881. Now, one important rule here, which I did not say it before, that after 20, whenever you come across the number like 1, like 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, 81, 91, so on and so forth. After 20, whenever you come across the number 1, so that 1 is not called eins. It is simply called ein, no s. So like 21 is not 21. No, it is 21. So similarly, 81 would be 81. And 41, 41, not eins. Instead of it being 41. So let's say the number is 841. So 800, 800, and then 41 is 1 and 40. So 41. So 841. Last 3-digit number, 999. So 999. Now 1000, it is called thousand. Okay. Now let's try to say some 4-digit numbers. Okay. Super easy. If you simply want to say 2000, so it would be 2000. If you want to say 2004, let's say somebody's birth year is 2004 or 2002, then it would be 2000 or 2004. But what if somebody's birth year is, let's say, 1996? Then we don't say the birth year is 1996. No. We don't say he was born in 1996, right? That's not how we speak. We say he was born in 1996. And so that's exactly how we say it in German as well. 1900. So anything less than 2000, we generally prefer the term 100, like 1800, 1900. And after 2000, we generally prefer the term 1000, including 2000. Yeah, including 2000. So 1996. Now 1900. So 19 is like 9 plus 10. So 19. Yeah, 19 is like 19. So 1900, 1900, 1900. Now 96 is 6 and 90. So 6 und 90. So 1996. If you want to say I was born in 1996, so 1996 would be 1996. I hope it's clear. Now, this is important topic, as I said, because these numbers will also create the base of the future lecture, okay, in which we will learn how to tell time in German language. Okay. So I hope it is clear. In case of any doubt, you know how to reach me. Till then, tata.